Have you ever wondered if the people in your life are truly there for you or just taking advantage of your kindness? It's like being at a crossroads, unsure which path leads to genuine connections. Well, you're not alone in this journey. Although unique to each of us, it's a shared experience navigating through a maze of relationships, trying to sort out the genuine from the pretentious. As Marcus Aurelius once reflected, it's essential to understand the nature of those we associate with. Let's dive into the heart of this matter. In this video, we're going to explore 16 subtle yet revealing signs that someone might be using you. These aren't just random tips. They're carefully crafted insights based on understanding human behavior and emotions. From recognizing one-sided conversations to spotting when your generosity is being exploited, these pointers will empower you to see beyond the surface. But why is this important, you might ask? Because you deserve relationships that uplift you, that bring out the best in you. It's not just about avoiding users, it's about attracting and nurturing bonds that are truly rewarding. This is about your personal growth, your well-being. So, are you ready to transform how you perceive and navigate your relationships, moving towards more genuine and fulfilling connections? 1. Diminishing comments. Diminishing comments are like hidden rocks in a stream, seemingly minor yet capable of tripping you up. Imagine sharing a personal achievement only to be met with a sarcastic "that's all," or confiding your dreams just to have them belittled. These aren't just casual remarks, they're subtle tools used by some to keep you in a perpetual state of self-doubt, cleverly crafted to make you feel smaller so they can feel bigger. From a Stoic standpoint, these comments offer a moment for reflection and resilience. Remember, the core of Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions, but understanding and managing them. When faced with such remarks, reflect on the Stoic principle of focusing on what's within your control. Your reaction is your power. Understand that these comments say more about the speaker's insecurities than your worth. It's their way of saying, "I feel threatened by your success." You have the choice to either give these words power over you or to see them for what they truly are, reflections of someone else's inner turmoil. Your response: meet these comments with equanimity and self-assurance. A Stoic doesn't engage in petty battles of words. Instead, they stand firm in their self-worth. Surround yourself with positivity, with people who genuinely support and uplift you. Life, as viewed through the Stoic lens, is too precious to be dimmed by others' insecurities. Maintain your inner peace and let your actions speak. After all, in the Stoic pursuit of personal growth, your self-esteem is not a tool for others to undermine. It's your shield, your strength, unyielding to the whims of those who seek to use you for their gain. 2. Broken promises. Ever noticed how some people in your life seem to be all talk but no action? They're like magicians of words, weaving stories and promises with the ease of a seasoned storyteller. Yet, when the moment comes to step up, they vanish, leaving behind a trail of unfulfilled promises. This is the illusion of investment, a clever, deceptive act where words are dangled like shiny baubles, distracting you from the lack of real commitment or action. In these situations, it's crucial to observe not just what is said, but what is done. Actions, unlike words, don't lie. They are the true measure of someone's intent and commitment. When promises become a currency freely given but rarely cashed, it's a sign. Pay attention to the pattern. Does this person consistently fall short when it matters most? If yes, it's time to question their sincerity. It's like building a house with someone who brings beautiful blueprints but never shows up on the construction site. The foundation of trust cannot be built on words alone. And remember, it's not about being cynical, it's about being discerning. Trust and relationships are built on a balance of words and actions. When someone's actions consistently don't match their words, it's a red flag. It's a sign that perhaps they are more invested in the idea of being seen as supportive rather than actually being supportive. In recognizing this, you empower yourself to make informed decisions about who you let into your inner circle. After all, your time and emotional investment are precious. Reserve them for those who don't just speak, but also act with sincerity and integrity. 3. Unilateral benefit. Navigating relationships can often feel like a tightrope walk, especially when you find yourself in the throes of unilateral benefit. Unilateral benefit is like rowing a boat alone while someone else enjoys the ride, offering nothing in return. Imagine constantly being the giver in a relationship, offering support, time, or resources, only to find deafening silence when you're in need. It's not just about being generous. It's a glaring sign that you're undervalued. Stoicism teaches mutual respect and balance, essentials for any healthy relationship. Your worth isn't measured by your generosity or availability. Recognize this one-sided dynamic and dare to set boundaries. It's not selfish, it's self-respect. Engage in honest conversations and see who adjusts. Those unwilling to reciprocate are merely making room for people who truly value you. Quality trumps quantity in relationships. You're not just a resource. You're a person deserving of a balanced, reciprocal connection. Don't settle for a one-person show. You deserve a supportive team in this journey of life. After all, how else can you grow? 4. Disregard for your emotions or needs. You might not notice it at first, but when someone consistently disregards your feelings and needs, it's like carrying a weight that only gets heavier. It's a subtle, often silent form of manipulation. Imagine every time you speak, your words seem to evaporate before they reach their ears, or when you're down, they walk past you like you're just another piece of furniture. This isn't just carelessness, it's a deliberate act to keep you under their thumb. A clear deviation from the Stoic principle of mutual respect and empathy. They become the artists of your emotional landscape, painting it with colors of neglect and indifference while your palette of needs remains untouched. This pattern is a bright red flag waving in the winds of your relationship. To break these chains, start by listening to your inner voice. It's that quiet whisper that says, "This isn't right." Trust it. You are not a background character in someone else's story. You are the lead in your own. When your emotions are brushed aside, speak up. It's not about starting a conflict, but about honoring your feelings. If they continue to ignore your needs, it may be time to reevaluate the relationship. Surround yourself with people who not only hear you, but also see you. Relationships should be a two-way street, not a one-way alley, leading only to their happiness. Stoicism teaches us the value of self-respect and inner strength, keys to recognizing and combating emotional neglect. Remember, respecting yourself is the first step in teaching others how to respect you. And sometimes the most empowering thing you can do is to walk away from those who don't value your worth. 5. Emotional manipulation. Consider the wise words of Marcus Aurelius, a beacon of Stoic philosophy. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This profound insight is your armor in the subtle battleground of emotional manipulation. Imagine navigating a relationship, a friendship, or even a workplace where your confidence begins to wane, not due to a personal change, but because of someone's hidden agenda to manipulate your feelings. The manipulator, cloaked in the guise of a friend or ally, skillfully chips away at your self-esteem. They employ a cunning mix of praise and criticism, making you dependent on their validation. This is not just a betrayal of trust. It's an insidious assault on your autonomy, a core principle in Stoic thought. To stand firm against this, embrace the Stoic practice of self-awareness and personal sovereignty. Trust your instincts. If interactions leave you more drained than uplifted, take note. This awareness is your first step towards empowerment. Boundaries are not just lines drawn in sand, they are the walls of your mental fortress. Speak up for your values, challenge inconsistencies, and most importantly, engage with those who respect and encourage your growth. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that our mental space is ours to govern. In protecting it, we not only honor ourselves, but also uphold the Stoic virtue of self-control. In the face of emotional manipulation, remember that your peace of mind is your most valuable possession. Guard it with the wisdom of a Stoic warrior. 6. Lack of genuine support. At the heart of every meaningful relationship lies the bedrock of genuine support. It's like having a personal cheerleader who's with you through every high and low. But what happens when this support is missing? It's like walking a tightrope without a safety net. You make a move, hoping for an encouraging word or a helping hand, only to find a void. This absence is a glaring red flag in any relationship, signaling that you might be in the company of someone who sees you as a mere stepping stone rather than a partner in growth. Genuine support doesn't mean constant agreement or unwavering cheerleading. It's about having someone who values your dreams as much as their own. When this is missing, your triumphs and trials become mere background noise to them. They might nod along to your stories, but their minds are elsewhere. They're like shadows that appear when the sun shines bright, but vanish at the first sign of a storm. Such relationships are draining, leaving you feeling alone in your endeavors. It's crucial to recognize these patterns. When your joys and sorrows are met with indifference or hollow words, it's a sign to reevaluate the depth and direction of the connection. To thrive, surround yourself with those who celebrate your victories and stand by you in challenges. These are the relationships that matter, the ones that add value to your life. Remember, you deserve to be surrounded by people who are as invested in your well-being as you are in theirs. 7. Always asking for favors. When someone is always asking for favors without any consideration for your time or effort, it's a clear sign that they might be using you. Imagine a friend who calls you only when they need something, a ride, help with a project, or even just someone to listen to their problems. These requests might start small, but over time, they become a pattern. This isn't about occasional help. It's about a consistent one-way street where your kindness is taken for granted. This dynamic can be exhausting and draining. It's important to recognize that healthy relationships are built on reciprocity and mutual respect. If you find yourself always giving and rarely receiving, it's time to reassess the balance. Being kind and helpful is a wonderful trait, but it should not be exploited. Your time and energy are valuable. Don't be afraid to set boundaries and say no when needed. Real friends and genuine people will understand and respect your limits. They won't see you as a resource to be tapped into, but as a person with your own needs and boundaries. 8. Taking credit for your work. In the intricate dance of professional and personal relationships, taking credit for someone else's work is not just a misstep, it's a blatant disregard for their efforts and creativity. Imagine putting your heart and soul into a project, only to have someone else bask in the accolades meant for you. This isn't merely a case of oversight, it's a calculated move to advance their standing at your expense. This act of intellectual theft is a significant red flag, highlighting a fundamental lack of respect and integrity. Recognizing this behavior is crucial. It's a sign that the person values their gain over honesty and fairness. This kind of environment can stifle your growth and diminish your motivation. Speak up and assert your contributions. It's not about creating conflict, but about safeguarding your hard-earned achievements. In professional settings, ensure your work is documented and acknowledged. In personal relationships, foster open communication and mutual respect. Protecting your intellectual property and recognizing your worth are essential steps in maintaining healthy, respectful relationships. Remember, you deserve recognition for your efforts and the right to stand in the light of your accomplishments. 9. Only contacting you when they need something. Ever notice how some people seem to pop up only when they need something? It's like you're a tool in their toolkit, pulled out for a specific purpose and then put back on the shelf until the next time. This kind of interaction is transactional, not relational. It's a clear indicator that the person values you for what you can do for them rather than who you are. This pattern is a significant red flag. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, support, and genuine interest in each other's lives. When someone contacts you only in times of need, it's a one-sided dynamic that can leave you feeling used and unappreciated. It's important to recognize this behavior and set boundaries. Your time and energy are valuable and should be invested in relationships that are reciprocal and enriching. Don't be afraid to address this pattern directly. Sometimes people aren't aware of their behavior, and a candid conversation can bring about change. However, if the pattern continues, it might be time to reevaluate the relationship and consider whether it's worth maintaining. Remember, you deserve to be surrounded by people who appreciate you for who you are, not just for what you can do for them. 10. Exploiting your generosity. Exploiting generosity is a manipulation tactic that targets your kindness and willingness to help. Imagine a friend who constantly relies on your support, always asking for favors, but never reciprocating. It's like you're a well they keep drawing from without ever replenishing. This behavior isn't just inconsiderate, it's a deliberate attempt to take advantage of your good nature. Recognizing this exploitation is crucial. Generosity should be a two-way street, fostering mutual support and respect. When it's one-sided, it can leave you feeling drained and unappreciated. It's important to set boundaries and communicate your limits. Generosity is a wonderful trait, but it shouldn't be exploited. Real friends will respect your boundaries and appreciate your help without taking advantage of it. Don't be afraid to say no when necessary. Protecting your time and energy is essential for maintaining healthy relationships and ensuring that your generosity is valued, not exploited. 11. Disrespecting your boundaries. In the intricate dance of relationships, boundaries are like the invisible lines on a basketball court, defining the space in which we play the game of life. When someone repeatedly disrespects your boundaries, it's not just an oversight, it's a deliberate act of trampling on your personal space and autonomy. Imagine setting clear boundaries about your time, privacy, or personal choices, only to have them constantly ignored or dismissed. This behavior isn't just a minor annoyance, it's a significant red flag. It indicates a lack of respect for your needs and individuality. Boundaries are essential for healthy relationships, fostering mutual respect and understanding. When someone disrespects them, it's a sign that they value their own desires over your well-being. Recognizing this pattern is crucial. It's important to assert your boundaries firmly and consistently. Communicate clearly about your limits and expectations. If the disrespect continues, it might be time to reevaluate the relationship. Healthy relationships are built on a foundation of respect and understanding. Protecting your boundaries is not selfish. It's necessary for your mental and emotional well-being. You deserve to be surrounded by people who respect and value your personal space and choices. 12. Never apologizing. In the delicate fabric of relationships, the act of apologizing is like a stitch that mends a tear. It signifies recognition of a mistake and a desire to make amends. When someone never apologizes, it's a glaring red flag. It suggests a lack of accountability and a disregard for your feelings. Imagine being hurt by someone's actions or words, only to have them brush it off as if nothing happened. This behavior isn't just about avoiding an apology, it's about refusing to acknowledge their impact on you. It's a sign of immaturity and arrogance. Healthy relationships require humility and the ability to admit when we're wrong. Apologizing is a way to show that we care about the other person's feelings and are willing to take responsibility for our actions. When someone never apologizes, it creates a one-sided dynamic where their mistakes are overlooked and your feelings are dismissed. Recognizing this pattern is crucial. It's important to communicate your feelings and expectations. If the person continues to refuse to apologize, it might be time to reconsider the relationship. You deserve to be in relationships where your feelings are valued and respected, and where there's a mutual willingness to make things right. 13. Using guilt as a weapon. Guilt, when wielded as a weapon, becomes a powerful tool of manipulation. Imagine someone making you feel responsible for their happiness or using your sense of duty to control your actions. This isn't about healthy guilt that comes from genuine mistakes, but about deliberate emotional blackmail. It's a significant red flag indicating a manipulative relationship. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding, not on guilt and coercion. Recognizing this behavior is crucial. It's important to differentiate between genuine accountability and manipulation. Communicate your feelings clearly and set boundaries. Don't let guilt be a tool in the hands of manipulators. Protect your emotional well-being and stand firm in your boundaries. You deserve to be in relationships where your actions are guided by mutual respect and understanding, not by guilt and manipulation. 14. Downplaying your accomplishments. Imagine sharing a hard-earned accomplishment only to be met with indifference or subtle put-downs. It's like presenting a masterpiece and having it dismissed as child's play. This behavior is not just about minimizing your achievements, it's about undermining your confidence and keeping you in a state of self-doubt. This is a significant red flag. Downplaying your accomplishments is a tactic used by some to maintain control and prevent you from realizing your full potential. Healthy relationships are built on mutual support and celebration of each other's successes. Recognizing this behavior is crucial. It's important to surround yourself with people who genuinely celebrate your achievements and encourage your growth. Don't let anyone dim your light. Your accomplishments are a testament to your hard work and perseverance. Stand proud and share your successes with those who appreciate and celebrate them with you. You deserve to be in relationships where your achievements are acknowledged and valued, not minimized. 15. Isolation from other relationships. When someone seeks to isolate you from your other relationships, it's a significant red flag. Imagine a partner or friend who subtly, or even overtly, discourages you from spending time with others, sowing seeds of doubt about your other connections. This behavior isn't about genuine concern, it's about control and manipulation. Healthy relationships encourage a balanced social life, understanding that no single person can fulfill all your emotional needs. Isolation tactics are designed to make you more dependent on the manipulator, cutting you off from outside perspectives and support. Recognizing this behavior is crucial. It's important to maintain a diverse and supportive social network. Don't allow anyone to isolate you from friends, family, or other sources of support. Healthy relationships are built on trust and mutual respect, not on control and isolation. Protect your social connections and ensure you have a robust support system. You deserve to be surrounded by people who support and encourage your other relationships, not those who seek to isolate you. 16. Inconsistent behavior. Inconsistent behavior in relationships can be deeply unsettling. Imagine someone whose words and actions constantly contradict each other. One day they're supportive and caring, the next they're distant and indifferent. This erratic behavior creates confusion and instability, leaving you walking on eggshells. It's a significant red flag. Healthy relationships are built on consistency and reliability. When someone's behavior is unpredictable, it's a sign of underlying issues. It can indicate a lack of genuine commitment or emotional manipulation. Recognizing this pattern is crucial. It's important to communicate your concerns and seek clarity. If the inconsistency continues, it might be time to reconsider the relationship. You deserve to be in relationships where you can trust and rely on the other person. Stability and consistency are essential for emotional security and well-being. Don't settle for a roller coaster ride of emotions. Seek relationships that offer steady support and genuine care. Conclusion. Recognizing the subtle signs that someone might be using you is crucial for maintaining healthy and fulfilling relationships. From diminishing comments to inconsistent behavior, these red flags can help you identify when a relationship is imbalanced and potentially harmful. It's essential to trust your instincts and set boundaries to protect your well-being. Surround yourself with people who respect, support, and value you for who you are, not just for what you can do for them. Remember, healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, trust, and genuine care. Don't settle for anything less. Prioritize your emotional health and seek connections that enrich your life.